Hello mates, welcome to Full Stack Java Developer. I am Kiran Jadhav here. In this session, I will teach you here Spring Boot CRUD application and will propose to use here product management application. Then see, CRUD it means create, read, update and delete. And we are going to perform such operations like add the product. Then once we have added the product, we are trying to read it by using Swagger UI. Then we are going ahead with the update, it means modification of product details, and at the end we'll come up with the delete product by its ID as well. Then see, we'll start with the implementation part, and this is pure like practical sessions we'll cover here. Then see, first we'll come up with the Spring Initializer. This is the official web page where we are going to create the Spring Boot application. The project as Maven, the language as Java, Spring Boot latest version I am using here. The base package I am giving here com.fullstack. Then artifact, it means our application name. I'm giving the application name as product management. Then simply come up with the package name. I'm just going to refactor the package name as well. The packaging as jar and Java version I'm using here 17. This is long-term support. Adding dependencies, dev tool for live reload the application. Next, I'm using here dependency Lombok. It will help us to reduce the boilerplate code. Next, we are using Spring Web itself available in built Tomcat server, and it will help us to create the REST API as well. Now we'll come for the next dependency. I'm using database as a MySQL, and we require the persistence as a Data JPA for persistence layer. Now simply click on generate. See, within minute production ready, application will be available there. Simply come up with our download folder. Now simply right click there and go to the extract. Once extraction is done, then we'll copy the path of our application and we'll add this application into particular folder. In my local, I already created the folder. The folder name is like development. And here I'm just going to paste our extracted application. Now copy the path of our application, come up with the IntelliJ. There is option available file, new, project from existing sources. And then here I'm giving the path of our application. Then simply select folder here and then simply select this is the Maven project, click on create. Then I want to open with the same window, that's why I'm selecting this window. Then click on trust project, it will goes to open within same window itself. Now simply come up with the pom.xml file. Here we are using Spring Boot latest version and the corresponding Java also we are using Java 17 itself here, right? Now we are just going to add here Swagger UI dependency. For that perspective, I'm just going to type here org.spring.doc. We are expecting it will help us to add the Swagger UI dependency. See, just like loading here indexing, right? Then to Control Alt space, we are expecting it will allow us to get the Swagger UI dependency. See this one. We are just going to use here, hit enter, and the Swagger UI dependency version we are using 2.8.6. If you are not able to add such a way, then you can simply copy paste it from our GitHub. I will upload this project on GitHub as well. Now simply come up with the SRC main. There is available resources. Under resources, we are going to create the YAML file. Go to the resources, right click on that new file. The file name as application.yaml. Either you can give YAML or otherwise YAML. Just pronounce as a YAML file. The YAML file content I will copy it from our GitHub. Now simply paste it here. And here database name I'm giving this will be product management, like this is the database I'm going to give here. Now everything is set for database configuration. Then simply come with the Maven and then do the build of our application. M1 clean space install. See, it will start with the build. It will take some time. Then meanwhile we'll come up with our package. New Java package I'm going to create. The package name I'm giving here, this is entity package, where we are going to create the entity class. New package, we are going to create the package name as repository package. In that we are going to create the repository interface. Next, new Java class, I'm giving Java class name, sorry, not the class, we require the package only. Then simply right click here, new package. The package name I'm giving, this is service package. Again we are going to create the new package. The package name, as you can simply say, exception package also we are going to create there. Next, we are creating new package. The package name as controller package. See, packaging structure is done. Then now we are going to create the class level skeletons. New Java class I am giving, this is entity class. You can simply say product as our entity class here. Then come up with the repository. This is new Java interface we are going to create, and the interface name I'm giving here product repository. Now here we are going to create within service. First we are going to create the Java interface. In interface, you can simply say we are just going to declare the abstract methods. This will be I product service. I it means start with I, it means this will be interface we are going to consider. And within service itself, we are going to create the implementation class. This will be product service. This is our implementation class. Now in exception, I am going to create the new Java class as this is, you can simply say like record not found exception or product not found exception. I am saying here this is record not found exception. Like this is exception class here, right? Perfect. Such a way we done with the skeleton. Now our build also success. Once build is success, simply reload the project here. Once reload is done here, then simply we'll start with the development of our application. Then come up with the entity layer product.java. There we are going to use first annotation at the data coming from Lombok. Itself available getter, setter and toString. It will help us to produce boilerplate code. Next, I'm using all our constructor. It means this is parameterized constructor. I'm using here no constructor. It means this is default constructor. We are using here entity. It means this is the entity class coming from Jakarta because we are using Spring Boot 3 version. Next, I'm using here at the table and the table name. I'm giving the table name as product. Now, using at ID, it means this is primary key. At generated value, it means you can simply say this will be auto increment. And strategy, we are giving here identity. If you are using Oracle, then go ahead to the sequence. And this is, we are giving here private, this will be int product have ID. You can go to the long as well, okay, as per your business requirement. Next variable I am using private string. This will be product name. Yes, this will be product name. Next private, this will be double. You can simply say product of price. Now I am using here private. This would be date, and here I am giving product launch date. Product launch date. And date, we are taking it from java.util package. Date format, I am from India, that's why I'm going to pick here as a ddmmyy, but you will be able to change it as per your business requirement. Okay, I'm giving here JSON format, and the pattern I'm going to follow here, this will be ddmmyy format. Database format is yymmdd. Okay, control A, alt control L, it will format the code base as well. Perfect. Now here time being I'm just using the four variables like ID name, price and launch date. In your case you can add number of fields as well as per your business requirement. We'll come up with the repository layer, annotate with at the rate repository. This is the optional annotation, and here we are going to use extends. This will be JPA repository. Then here I'm just going to add, this will be product, and the corresponding wrapper class we are giving here. And if you want to write any custom methods, you can write your custom methods here as per your business requirement. If you are going to follow our channel, I already created some sessions for custom methods as well. Okay, yes. Now we'll come with the product service. This is our interface. In interface I am just going to declare the abstract methods, but you know from Java we are able to declare the static and default method without breaking the existing code base functionality. But here we just require the abstract method. That's why I'm going to write the abstract method here first. You can simply say this will be product. I'm not going to write here public because by default in interface each and every method is public. I'm just giving product here. We are trying to save data here, right? Otherwise you can simply say create. That's also fine for us. Then here I'm giving this is product ending with semicolon. It means this is abstract method. Next we are trying to find by ID. That's why I'm using here optional, like optional the Java class coming from java.util package. It will help us to avoid null pointer exception. This is the feature comes in Java 8. Then here I'm giving product find by ID. Simply give here input as an integer type of product ID ending with semicolon. Next we are trying to fetch list of data. That's why I'm passing here list. It will be type of product. And here you can simply say this will be find all. Next I'm trying to update the data for product here. Product you can simply say method name as update, and we are passing here integer type of product have ID, and corresponding we are going to pass the product as well ending with semicolon. And next is void is a return type. It does not return any single thing. We are going to write here method as a delete by ID. Once data is deleted, then definitely we are not going to return anything there, right? Yeah, that's why I'm using here void. Then other than void, appropriate type of value it will goes to return here. Perfect. Now we'll come up with the product service. Then here we are using at the rate service annotation. Then here you can simply use implements. This will be I product service. And definitely we must want to implement all the methods here, right? Yes. Then simply mouse over there and click on implement methods. It will go to implement those all the 5 methods. See on screen, all the methods implemented successfully here, right? Yes. And here we are using at the rate required our constructor, because nowadays we are not going to follow the field based injection. We are just going to follow the constructor based injection here, right? By using required our constructor. And here we are just going to declare private. This will be final, you can simply say. And we are giving the layer here, this is product repository. Perfect. Then before going out of the implementation of service layer, we'll come up with the our record not found exception. For that perspective, we are come up with the class level extends. This will be runtime exception, you can simply say. And then inside that, we are just going to create the constructor. This will be public, like record not found exception. This is the parameterized like constructor we are passing here, string type of message. And inside that, we are just passing here super message. See on screen, right? Then now we are just going to handle here, this is custom exception, like global exception, you can simply say. For that perspective, I will create the one more package here. The new package I am giving, the package name, you can simply say this will be advice. Yes. And within that advice package, I am just going to create here new Java class as this is, you can simply say, global exception handler. Nowadays this is very like very commonly asked into question, how we are going to handle the global exception. Then see one screen, we are going to create the class like global exception handler. At class level we are going to use rest controller advice, and then here you can simply say we are going to create the method. Suppose I am writing the method here public, you can simply say this will be type of, we'll use response entity actually. Like here you will be able to see the response entity, and inside that I'm just going to use map. It will be like string as a key value we are giving there. And here you can simply say this is custom exception handler, and in that we are just going to pass record not found exception. And now the method level we are using here at the rate exception handler annotation. See, class level we are using rest control advice, and method level we are using exception handler. Then first thing I will create the hash map object. This will be map, you can simply say string as a key value. And here we are just giving here, this will be like map equal to new hash map. Perfect. Then see, now I'm using here map.put. You can simply say this is the reference actually. Yeah, map.put. And here we are going to add like this is key value. Then here I'm just saying this is key as a, we are just going to say errors, like what errors we are expecting there, right? Yes. And here value we are giving whatever message we are getting it. Then you can simply say exception dot get message ending with semicolon. Now we are just going to return here, this will be, you can simply say return new response entity. Then whatever we have available in this map error, we are just going to add this one here, and the corresponding http status I want to say this will be not found. It means 404 we have available here, not found, ending with semicolon. Control A, Alt Control L, it will format the code base. In such a way, we handle here custom exception as well, like by using REST control advice as class level annotation, exception handler at method level. And here we are getting what is the message we are going to pass as a custom message there, right? Like product ID does not exist. Such a message we are going to read from here. And we are putting this by using key as a errors, and the message as, you can simply say product ID does not exist. And the status code we are expecting here 404, it means not found. Now come with the service layer, we start with the implementation part. Then see, for saving the data we have available save method. I'm just going to pass the entity as product. This way we done with this save functionality, like create functionality. Next we are trying to do find by id, right? Then simply say here find by id, we are passing id as an input parameter. And here you can simply say or else throw, and there we are going to throw the exception, right? Here we are using lambda expression, and you can simply say this is new record not found exception. Here we are going to pass new, this will be custom exception, we are going to say record not found exception. And the message I'm giving here, this will be product id does not exist. This is custom message we are going to pass here. Okay, great. Then now simply mouse over there, and it's showing wrap using java util dot optional. And just we are going to wrap it by using optional label here. Next we are trying to find all records, then simply itself available find all method in data JPA. Next we are trying to update the data. For that perspective, I'm just going to use here, this will be product one equal to, we are giving here product repo dot find by id. We have find by id method available, right? Sorry, instead of writing repo again, you can simply call here find by id itself method, because within service itself we have implemented the method and we are giving the input as a product id. Then you can simply use here get. If data available there, then definitely we are going to update the data. Then you can simply say product one dot set. First we are going to set the name. In this name we are getting it from product dot get name. This is coming from, you can simply say Swagger UI, right? End user goes to pass whatever data coming here. We are going to pass to our product one here. It means we are going to set the data for product one. It means database. Next, this will be product one dot set. You can simply say price. We are getting it from product dot get price. And the next is product one dot set. This will be like launch date. We are getting it product dot get launch date. Now here instead of returning null, you can simply say return product repo dot itself available save method. There is not available update method. You can simply call the save method, but be careful here. You can simply pass the product one itself. Perfect. Now come for the next. We are just going to call here product repo dot delete by id, and id I am passing as an input parameter here. Control A, Alt, Control L. It will format the code base. Such a way we're done with the implementation for service layer. Now come up with the next, and this is the last layer we are going to implement for the API perspective. Then simply come up with the controller layer here. We need to create the controller class, new Java class, as you can simply say this will be product controller. And API writing, it's very easy. Then simply come up with our class level. We are just going to use, this will be, you can simply say REST controller. Next we are using @request mapping, and the base URI I am going to pass here, this will be products. You can pass whatever you want. Okay. Next I am using here required or constructor as well, because we are not going to follow the field injection by using auto-wire. Now this is no like more preferences for us. We are just using here constructor based injection by using required constructor. Next we are using SLA for as well. If it will go to save data into database, we are trying to log it. Then using here, you can simply say private, this will be final, and we are giving here this is iProduct service. Yes. Now the first API I am writing here, this will be post mapping. It means you can simply say we are trying to create the record. It means we are trying to save the data. This will be public, like we are passing here response entity. It will be type of our product, and simply give the method name as save. And inside that we are passing here request body, and this is data for our product itself. Now simply to return, this will be, you can simply say new response entity. And now we are just going to call here product service dot save. We are passing entity as product, and the HTTP status we are giving here created, again ending with semicolon. But if you want to log it, like which type of product you are trying to save, then you can simply say log dot info, and here we are just going to get the product name by using getter. And here you can simply say like trying to save data for product, and we are going to print the product name as well. Control A, Alt, Control L, it will format the code base. Now come with the next. This is get mapping. It means we are just trying to find by ID. We are passing input parameter as a product have ID. Now simply say this will be public, like response entity. We are giving this will be optional of our product. Option the Java class comes from java.util package, comes in Java 8 version. It will help us to avoid null pointer exception. Here I am giving product as an entity here, and simply say find by ID. Now we are passing input parameter. That's why I'm using the path variable. Once you are using path variable, it means this is mandatory to pass the input there. If you are using request param, then definitely we are able to set the default value as well. Now simply say return new. This will be response entity, and here I'm just going to call product service dot find by ID. ID as an input parameter, and we are giving here HTTP status as okay. It means we fetch data successfully. It means 200. Created, it means 201. Now we'll come with the next. Next again we are trying to fetch all data. That's why I'm using here get mapping. Git mapping, it is used for to read data actually. I'm giving here, this is find all. This will be public response entity. We are giving the list of products and simply say find all. Now simply to return, this will be new response entity. We are calling here, this will be product service dot find all, and simply adding here HTTP status dot okay. It means success, you can simply say 200. Now we are trying to modify the existing data, that's why I'm using put mapping. If you want to like few fields, if you want to update, then you can go to the patch mapping as well. Okay, now I'm giving this as update, and here I'm passing the input as a product ID. On the basis of this product ID, we are trying to modify the data, and this will be public like a response entity, and here I'm just giving this will be product, and the method itself I'm giving update. Then we are passing the ID as an input parameter, that's why I'm using here at the rate path variable. Integer type of input I'm passing as a product ID, and corresponding we are going to pass the request body as well to pass the request payload there for product entity. Now simply to return, this will be new response entity. Then we are going to call here, this will be product service dot update, and we are passing their input as a, you can simply say product have ID, and the corresponding request payload we are going to pass for product, and the HTTP status code we are expecting here, this will be created. It means data goes to update 201. Next, and this the last API we are writing for this session. This is for delete mapping. Then here you can simply say this is delete by ID. Then here I am passing, this will be product have ID. Then here I am just going to say this will be public response entity. I am just going to pass here. This will be type of string, type of like message we are going to return there, and here you can simply say this will be delete by ID. At the rate path variable I am passing as an input parameter. Integer type of product ID I am giving as an input. Then simply give here product service dot delete by ID, and ID as an input parameter. Now simply using her return, this will be response entity dot, yeah, response entity we are just trying to use here, right? New, this will be response entity, and I'm just going to call here product sorry, just give the like string type of message, data deleted successfully, data deleted successfully. And here we are giving HTTP status dot okay, and ending with semicolon. Control A, Alt Control L, it will format the code base. Now we are excited to start our application. Then simply come with the main class main method and start the application. See one screen, like within, if you are going to check it, within almost 20 minutes we have done with our CRUD application, right? Yes, and we are excited to start the application as well, and this entire product management we handle. And definitely upcoming sessions I will create the complex scenarios where we are going to deal with the images as well. See, application started successfully, the port number is 8080. If you are going to check it, the Tomcat started, the port number is 8080. We are very excited to go ahead and test by using Swagger UI. For that perspective, I'm just going to pass here localhost. This will be, you can simply say 8080 we are passing, and then use swagger-ui.html. Swagger also up and running, and this is the, like you can simply say 5 APIs. The first we are going to create, it means save the data into database. The product ID is auto increment, that's why I'm going to delete it. The product name I'm giving here Sony Smart TV. Now the product price, I'm giving the product price as 2,50,000.99. Now the product launch date, I want to say the product launch date as 09/09/2020. Simply execute, data goes to insert into database without any issue. If you want to check in database, we have database also available. Simply execute use product management. See, there is table also available, show tables. Which is the table available there? Okay, it's showing one error, right? What is the error? Okay, we are just going to use it first, product management, and then go to the show tables. I hope show tables available there, right? Yeah, simply hit show tables. See, there is available table name as product. Then use /star from product. See, there is available first product for Sony Smart TV. If you are going to insert one more data, now I'm giving this will be like Apple phone. Then you can simply say this will be Apple phone here. The Apple phone price I'm giving here 1,50,000, and the date launch date we are giving 11/11/2020. Execute. Second record also inserted. Same data you will be able to see in database as well. Great. Now we'll simply go ahead and try to find all data. We are expecting two records there, then see there is available two records. Perfect. Now if you are trying find by id, then I'm just going to pass here find by id. You can simply say first record. We are able to see the data. But if I am passing 1001, then there is no such data available there, right? Yes, definitely we are expecting errors, and product id does not exist, and we are expecting status code as a 404, and the application not goes to crash. See one screen. See, here is it. Errors. What is the message? Product ID does not exist. And which is the status code available? 404. I hope you are able to see on screen here, right? Same, we are going to check in like our application log as well. See, here is it. Like record not found exception. This is the custom exception. And we have implemented here global exception handler. And we are able to see the message. Product ID does not exist. Then here, if you are trying to save data, we are trying to save the data as well. Those log also available here. See one screen. Perfect. Now we'll come up with the next. If I am passing if available data there, 2, it will fetch the data, right? Now we'll go ahead and update the data. For that perspective, we'll come up with the update API. I'm just passing here, this is second number product ID. The ID you can remove from here. Then I want to just update the product have price. I'm going to update the product price as 5,50,000 here, right? And the launch date also, I want to say this will be upcoming date, like you can simply say 11/11/2025. Simply execute. Data goes to update successfully. If you want to check in database also, data is updated successfully there. See the price, here is it, and the launch date also available there, right? Updated data. Great. And if you are passing here, suppose 22, if this data is not available, we are not able to update it. See one screen, just printing errors. Product ID does not exist. And same, the status code available 404. And here also, like option not goes to crash. It just giving custom exception product, sorry, record not found exception. The message is product ID does not exist. Great. Now we'll come up with the next, and this is the last API we are trying to test. The API is deleted by ID. I'm just passing here first. It will go to delete data from database. Now there is only one record available. If you are going to check it, see. And again, if you are going to delete the second number record as well, it will go to delete data for second number record as well, right? Now if you are checking here find all, there is empty array list available. This is what we are expecting. Same thing in database as well. There is no any data available. In such a way, we done with our product management CRUD application by using Spring Boot. And here CRUD means create, read, update, delete, and all the APIs we handle like without any issues. Then this is very like short session I taken on like product management CRUD applications. Then definitely upcoming sessions will go ahead with the deep dive into complex scenarios as well. Then tomorrow it's Sunday. I will go ahead with the again one more project. This is the banking project where you are able to see lots of functionality related to banking application, and this is full stack application. Then stay tuned with the full stack Java developer YouTube channel. Please do like, share, subscribe the channel to get more updates, and see you in next video.